guys, Joe Tunney here at Infiniti of Kirkland in Kirkland, Washington, just outside of Seattle on another beautiful summer day, taking a look at a great looking trade-in we just took in. It's a 2010 Infiniti EX35 all-wheel drive. And for those of you not entirely familiar with the Infiniti lineup, the EX35 is actually built on our G37 high-performance sports coupe chassis. So it's definitely a cut above in performance compared to every other sport utility in the segment. The G37 Coupe is one of the most dynamic, most capable, most fun to drive cars available on the market in the under $50,000 or $60,000 range. This EX is exactly that same car, just done in a crossover wagon as opposed to a sleek coupe. Same front mid-engine layout, so the engine actually sits behind the weight of the front axle, giving it about a 52-48 weight distribution. So as soon as you sit in the car, it's near neutral 50-50 weight distribution, which is unheard of in sport utilities. This particular car, 2010, has only 31,000 miles, so the major service, which is due at 30,000 miles, has just been done by us, and we have every receipt on the car going back to day one, as with every Infiniti that we have. Let's take a look around this particular car. This car is done in platinum graphite over graphite, or dark gray metallic over black leather interior. Alloy wheels, paint looks fantastic. If you look on these mirrors, you see these little nubs right here. They indicate that there's actually a camera in this housing. There are cameras in both of the mirrors and in the front as well as a traditional rear view camera. So when you put the car in reverse, instead of seeing what's behind you, you see the entirety of what's around the car. It's a 360-degree, what they call bird's eye view rear camera. Now with most rear cameras, if there's a skateboard or something behind your car, you'll readily see it when you put it in reverse. But if there's a broom handle or a soccer ball or something underneath your passenger front tire, you would never have any idea. With the around view camera, you see everything. It also makes parallel parking a breeze. Taking a look inside, the outside looks great. Of course it looks great. It's an Infiniti at an Infiniti dealership that's still under bumper-to-bumper warranty with low miles. But inside, sometimes heavier drivers, cigarette smokers, pet owners, they can really put the interior to the test. This one still looks fresh and new. Just the teeny tiniest little crinkle on the left seat bolster. But other than that, there's nothing that keeps you feeling anything other than what you'd be feeling if you were looking at a brand new car. Jumping to the back seat. Now most of the time, obviously a family-owned vehicle is built for families, and so you'll see a lot of baby seats or a lot of impressions on the seats, a lot of wear on the carpets in the back. There's nothing like that at all. It has the nice aluminum finisher that really gets put to the test. When you load this up with boxes and dragging things inside and out, this top of the bumper can really get beat up. But putting this little trim accessory, it makes a big difference. It takes the abuse so your car doesn't. And then also this secondary hard mat in the back. So here's an intelligent owner who says, I get it, it's a wagon, I'm going to be putting things in and out of it, but I don't want the car to be roughed up in the process. And so underneath, it looks brand new. Of course it looks brand new. Seats are pulled down in a 60-40 fashion. Passenger side looks immaculate. The seats all look immaculate. Everything about this car looks quite nice. It has Michelin tires. They look like they're pretty fresh and new. We would have the measurements on this as well. So anytime a customer asks, and oftentimes even if they don't ask, we like to present them with all the service records to the car going back to day one. And then that would include the current measurements of not only the tires, which you can see with your own eyes, but the brakes, the rotors, the pads, things you can't see with your own eyes. And then we like to let you know exactly what the service history was. Maybe we just reconditioned the car, but the previous owner did no service of any kind. Let's take a look inside. Now, this is essentially a 300 horsepower all-wheel drive car. And you'll see EXs with two-wheel drive. That would be rear-wheel drive, as opposed to most sport utilities in this segment, which would be front-wheel drive. Most small sport utilities are based on small cars. A Honda Civic becomes an Acura RDX. A small Nissan or a small Hyundai becomes their small sport utility. And so they're front-wheel drive, kind of lightweight. EX is completely the polar opposite of that. It's actually a fairly heavy vehicle despite the small size, giving it a more opulent feel inside, a more luxurious ride, and definitely far more power than anything else in this category. but it's also much sportier, being built on the same platform fundamentally as Nissan's GTR high-performance race car. It's just different than any other sport utility in the segment. And so it's perfect for people who don't really want to give up their car, but they just need what they need. They need the space, they need the room, and or maybe they just are at a point in their life where they just want something bigger than a coupe, but they like the drive of a high-performance sports car. That's what the EX is all about. It's kind of a niche car. It's definitely not for everybody, but for the few who really benefit from this set of variables, it's by far and away the most fun to drive small sport utility sold in the United States. They're extremely well built. They come with a 4-year, 60,000 mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, and of course it's still under bumper-to-bumper warranty, and then a 6-year, 70,000 mile powertrain warranty. So even on a car that's a 2010, there's still tons of warranty, and it's free. It just comes with the car. You don't need to do anything to get it. Services are all up to date. Tires look fantastic. It's just a really nice car. If you have any questions at all, you'd like me to take some photographs, you'd like to take a look at the undercarriage. Oftentimes people from around the United States who are buying cars online from us, that's the first question that they ask is, can I see the undercarriage? I want to make sure there's no rust or anything. And of course, we're more than happy to do it. We can take just with our camera phone and just have it to you in 5 minutes. It's really that simple. If you have any those kinds of needs or any other questions, please don't hesitate to give me a call. My name is Joe Tunney here at Infiniti of Kirkland, 425-821-1600, or just drop me an email anytime at joet@infinitiofkirkland.com.